Jar, and today is the very first vlog I've ever done for a market. And not only that, it's my very first 2-day market. So a market that is lasting 2 days. I'm going to be at the Groovy Plant Ranch up near Columbus, which is one of my favorite places in the world. So I am so excited. Today is Thursday. The event starts on Saturday through Sunday. And we have a lot to get done. I like to make things as fresh as physically possible, so that's why I wait till like Wednesday or Thursday of the market week to make all these new batches. This is a fresh batch of my plant food. And if you're wondering, why are you using a watering can? Isn't there easier ways to do this? No, not that I've found. I have a water jug solely for this. Like, this is the only thing this one's used for. And then I just take giant gallon things and then make the concentration. So it's even across whole new batches because I do batches of 48. But anyway, this market is going to be very exciting. I'm going to be taking you along with all the last minute details like bags, business cards, loading up the car tomorrow evening. There's just a lot going on. Today we are doing all the product stuff, just really making sure I have enough, because obviously I don't want to get home from the market tomorrow and have to make more product. So that is what this is going to be. We're going to be filming the 2 days leading up to this, and then we're also going to be filming the 2 market days in and of itself. I don't like recording myself on market day because I have so much going on in my brain that I have a hard time taking little videos even for a reel throughout the day, but I do have quite a lot of time to pack up tomorrow, and like I do have to leave like crazy early in the morning. Like I think I have to leave at 6. I'll leave at like 5:30 on Saturday morning, but that is okay. It'll be great. It'll be all worth it. So if this is your first time on the channel, what you should know is the Propagation Jar is a plant shop, and it's also a full line of all natural plant care. Like we're doing the plant food drops right now. They're completely all natural, organic, made by me. I like to make everything beginner friendly. Everything is nice and easy to use. And I do have my website linked in the description, and you will get free shipping on orders over $50, no matter what you get. I just restock plants actually, so there's a lot of fun stuff on there. But as well as online and social media, I do travel all over Ohio and do markets. Like I've done Gallipolis, Pomeroy, Jackson. I've been doing a lot of Columbus lately because I've just learned to really like the bigger markets. But I am a small town girl, so the small markets also do hold part of my heart. And I like to have uncommon house plants. I like to have different philodendrons, monsteras, alocasias. Hoyas have been huge lately. I love Hoyas. I do a range of minis. I do bigger plants. I have 4 different types of soil mixtures I make and design myself. Everything is hand packaged and made in small batches. So that is what I do. I started this when I was in high school. And now I'm 19 and get to just travel all around and do this, which is so much fun. I love it so much. I just have a feeling that I'm going to need to bring a lot more than I plan to bring. I've been selling out a lot lately, so this makes me a little scared because I only have like so much room in my car left to fill stuff with. But I'm really hopeful, so that's why I think we're just gonna, well, with it being a 2-day market, obviously I need to plan for like a regular smaller market for 2 days. I also want to feel like I want to add like another day's worth of inventory. So like 3 good markets worth. I am coming back here to load up again. So if I do run out of something, it'll be fine. I'll just pack. I do have plans to pack stuff up the night before, but I don't plan on making any inventory because that's just going to drive me crazy. Normally for a regular market, like a small, like 3 to 4 hour market, I fit most of, I fit the spray and the plant food in it, and then on my way back home I throw it all in here. But since I'm tripling what I'm normally bringing, since it is quite a long market, we're going to have to package this a little differently. So I think I'm just going to bring the whole thing in this. I got a new basket, so this will be free as well. I'm going to be taking my microfiber towels I normally use, putting them in this gold thrifted crate I got for like $2 and it's really sturdy. So I'm going to put, well, I guess I could put like fungus gnat in it. Oh, anyway, I'll be doing one of them depending on how I want to style this. Let's fill these fries up. I did have some of these pre-made just from the week prior. But this is 12 bottles, fits perfectly in here. So we're gonna be doing that. 12 of these, and I'll be making an extra batch before they probably were. So in here, let's add some more microfiber towels. Because honestly, I don't know what else I'd put in here to display. I love packaging things up the way I can just pop them up in the booth. I think I'll put the plant food in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. I should not need to bring any more the entire time. Yeah, I'm pretty confident in that. And then I guess we'll put the fungus gnats in here. I like to bring 8. Looks like 8 will fit in here. Oh, it's like I was gonna label some. We'll make the next. We'll grab some different things. I'll bring 12. So wait, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have these pre-made and ready. In short, I just have like the big bag bits, and now I'm just gonna pour this in here. I got an 8-ounce thing, so as long as this is full, these are 8-ounce containers. It's a perfect fit, and it takes all the measurements out, and that's great because I am just not a measurer. I hate measuring. I eyeball everything. Again, vibes. Vibes alone. So for these labels, I do print them. I do not like printing labels. I just do not. It's like one of my least favorite things ever. But they are a lot cheaper this way, and I have special things that already like cut them up for me, like a sheet of paper that already has the right. They're pre-cut. They're pre-cut labels that I just have to run through like a regular printer, and it's a lifesaver. So I don't mind doing it then. I just gotta like, I have it pre-saved so I don't have to like re-measure anything. It's just done. So let's get some bags, business cards, let's get that going. I just did new business cards as well. So they have all my new information on them. I do have some bags though. Wait, no, I use most of them. So I think we're just gonna do as many as we're typically able to do. These are little stickers I put on them. This is like so stinking random, but I love when I have to do more bags than I think I'm going to for an event. And I've had to do that for like the past 2 months, so that's exciting. Like, wait, this is like I'm doing well. Alright, it is Friday morning. I have had my coffee. We've done a few things behind the scenes, and we're going to move on with that. We're ready to get the day started. I just had a whole bunch of orders coming in. Not orders, sorry. I had shipments coming in. We handled that. So now we're going to organize some things here. These bottles have not been labeled yet. I do have a few there, but I need to print more labels off. But we are doing that after I get some crap. Because I had to work like overnight work that I use for soil. Because I used it all yesterday. So we need to make the rest of the soil I didn't make last night today, as well as repot plants that I'm taking with me that just need to have the same branding. They're not exactly being repotted, just transplanted and separated out. So I need to clear this space. It breaks automatically. I also made a very critical error. I wanted to order the sand I buy in bulk for my desert mix like 4 days ago, knowing they have like a 3-day shipping guarantee. I wondered why I didn't get any confirmation emails. I never actually placed the order. I had everything ready. I had everything in the car. I put all my info, put in my address. Forgot to order it. So we only have 1 bag of desert mix going into this, and it's too late to order it now. So I'll just wait till next week to restock the desert mix, and we'll just bring the 1 bag, and we sell out of that, great, and then we just won't have it for a week, which is fine. It's not like a super big bestseller anyway. Anyway, it was a mess. So we're going to be restocking the soilless chunky mix. For the main part, maybe a little bit more wetland mix just to have it ready and prepared. And then we need to make more houseplant mix to repot all these plants over here that need repotted. I might as well show you that. So I bought this Hoya Eye for myself like ages ago, and I may not bring this to sell with me, I don't know yet, but I do need to take all these dead bits off because I just keep forgetting to do it, and it hasn't exactly been on the top of my priority list. But we're going to do that now, and then I might keep this in my collection. Or if I don't end up not wanting to keep it at the end of this chocolate crop situation. Oh, there's a giant bald spot right there. Divided. But yeah, look at that bald spot. Like, what the heck? Like, half the pot is gone. The front looks good. So yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll just put it on the living wall instead of dividing it up. I like that option a lot more anyway. So I do want to keep it. It's a lovely plant. Second plant, I just don't really love anymore, but want to bring. It's a little dry out on purpose, but is this gorgeous begonia. It's absolutely lovely. I just got it at Lowe's. I don't really want it anymore because I swear someone else would love it. Crops I'm potting up, these are just in general work I need to do, not to take tomorrow. He got thrift so many times. I tried so many times to save him. I literally just chopped him down to nubs twice. And I guess I'm kind of burned from that, just because, you know, at the time I didn't know what I was doing. I haven't really gotten a Monstera since I was like 16 or 17, because I kind of don't have the space for it as well. If I had the space to have a giant Monstera like this, then of course I would want it. A nice full cutting, like secondary fenestration, maybe even trickles. Like, I would love a massive Monstera. I'm just sadly not able to care for one right now. this. I don't want to completely obliterate the roots. Well, we took a good bit of it out and like all of the hard, crusty pieces. You may be asking, well, what's the difference? Well, this has a lot of ingredients. Most big box store brands, they just use like coco coir, maybe a little bit of perlite and a little bit of orchid bark. Some use like peat moss and stuff, which I absolutely hate. I hate peat moss so much. But for this, I have some sand in it as well, just a very little amount, so it keeps it from getting all compact and fluffy. Well, it keeps it fluffy. It keeps it from getting compact. This does need to dry out a little bit. This is a very moist batch. She'll perk up real quick. So I have 3 gallons packaged up and 2 half gallons. I think since it's not a very popular mix, I'll just do 1 gallon and then 2 halves. I think that would cover what I need fairly well. And I mean, it's pre-made, and if I do need to like fill some tomorrow night, we can do that. It'll be fine. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Which I was super nervous about, but I did. So I've always had these size labels and these design of labels, but before this latest restock, I only did the gallon, which is great. But my old labels, they had the measurements on them, so I couldn't use them for a half gallon. Plus, I was adding 2 new soda mixes to the shop, so I decided just to order brand new labels. I changed some names, I changed the recipes a little bit. I basically, you know, redid the entire shop, you know, just changing a few things, tweaking a few things, making it a little bit better. Quite proud of it. It turned out really well, and it's also been doing really well. So I'm super glad. Next year, I don't think I'm going to focus on products as much. I'm going to focus more on expanding the plant part of the business and maybe other things like merch or something like that, or like cutting keychains, you know, little sayings or t-shirts, maybe some tote bags, you know, something to diversify the business just a little bit more, because I feel really good about the products I do have. I do have a few other ideas, but I'm not in a huge hurry to do them, because I think these 4 soil mixes and the 3 plant care products keep me busy enough. And once again, it is only me. I'm a one-woman show. Okay, next is Soil's Chunky Mix. I have 3 gallons made and 1 half gallon made. I think I'm gonna do, let's do a full batch. Let's do the 6 and the 6. I think that'd be a good way to go. We'll do that. Be a great example to show you how different this is. So my regular houseplant mix is made with coco coir, like powder, like the fibers. This is like the chunks. So you see all the long fibers, and there's like giant chunks of coco coir. It's just a really airy mix. I added some leca in there because I think that's fun. I try to do chunky herb perlite. I do get it from the same company, but I grab the chunkiest bits I can. And it's just a little bit more airy than my houseplant mix, and has different ratios as well. So I need 8 bags. Choir. These are the cocoa husks. They're just a lot bigger, like these giant chunks, and they're very airy. Versus Cocoa Choir, that is very fine. There is some long fibers in there still. This is fully dry though. Most of the time when it's compact, it is a little bit, it's not as fluffy. This is dry because I store it dry to the, the best of my abilities. I accidentally forgot this was for a double batch, so now this will be huge. Like this whole thing is full of all these different layers. That is it for our to-do list today. I'm gonna do just like a bit of odds and ends. I have to load the car tonight, and we have to be up at like 4:30 in the morning because we gotta leave at like 5:30 in the morning. So I'm going to take the rest of my day to relax. And I will see you tomorrow, and hopefully it'll be a great vlog, and hopefully I look a lot better than I do now. Good morning. It is Saturday. The time is currently like 6:45 in the morning. It's still kind of dark. The sun doesn't technically rise for another 30 minutes. Been driving for about an hour. Yeah, we're almost there. I'm not awake yet, but anyway, it's gonna be great. I'm gonna record as much as I can. We are early, which is a miracle. Whoop whoop. Yeah, this morning was great. I got a coffee. I hung with my cat. Well, I made coffee. So yeah, that is the update on Houseplant Jubilee Day 1. The event starts at 9 o'clock. I will be getting there around 7:30-ish, and then we'll all be unpacking. Well, we are 8 minutes away. The sun is beautiful. It is fully morning here. It's a gorgeous red sunrise. So yes, now that I am fully awake and we are ready for the day, we're 5 minutes away. I'm gonna unload, and then I will start to show you how I set up everything. I forgot my tripod. And I forgot my mic, so hopefully this all works. Plus my mic was dead anyway, so it's not like it wouldn't know anything. But, yes, we need to unload. I do have like an absurd amount of stuff in the back. Like you can just tell. I have the 2 baskets right there. I have 6 crates full of products. Normally I have 3. I bought 3 more just for this event. I have an extra table because I no longer do macrame at the booth, as I've explained many a times, but now we just have plants all over that second table, and I have a bunch of crates that I'm going to be using to display everything. You know it's going to be an amazing day when this is the first thing you see. It was 100% well worth waking up. I unloaded everything. I was just kind of experimenting with spaces a little bit. At the end, I did decide this like little U shape. I did plan all of this out ahead of time, but like I didn't try it out in a 10 by 10 space. It was a little bit longer than I was hoping, so we'll be changing that for the rest of the season. But yeah, and then I just started setting up. I started putting up like the big displays first. I love these risers. They're still probably my favorite part of the booth, like rearranging the totes where I wanted them. I was not fully awake still at this point, just because like unloading took forever, even though they did have these carts that didn't take near as long, and I only made like 3 trips. This is the new display I was trying out. It's just these 3 crates, which is why I bought some. And then we're going to be filling it with different types of plants. It actually turned out really well at the end. You can see it in a second. This is where I started to notice I messed up a little bit. So all the soil I brought, I realized I accidentally mislabeled like 4 bags. They were bags of tropical wetland mix, and but I put chunky mix, like the chunky mix label on it. So I just set those aside. I didn't put those out, but I did put everything else out that would like physically fit. And then once I got the dirt kind of organized, I started to get the plants out. That is typically the last thing I put up, just because it's the easiest and it's going to take the least amount of time. But it also like requires a nice attention to detail while I do it. So we started putting all the glass up on the shelves, kind of experimenting with that a little bit too, because it was a little different with the attic crates. I was already
able to carry more. I really like the pattern that these spray bottles were at the end. I think it turned out quite well. Yeah, the booth just looked really full. I was really proud of this. I really like how all the labels are very cohesive now. First off, we got the minis. I do this little double stacking tote thing. Since they are so short, they fit in between each of the levels. And it's a game changer. Saving space, saving time. And then this is what I was talking about with filling all the little sections. I put like all Alocasia Dragon Scale on the bottom. I put Pink Princess in the middle. And then on the other side, I put Peleonia Pulchera, and then the Spirit of Sanctity's babies on top. And then just had various things like Scindapsus Jade Satin on one, and then Philodendrons. And then this was the final look. It is absolutely stunning, gorgeous. I am in love with this. I will definitely be taking these kind of design decisions into the next year. I will be expanding a little bit so I have more space, just because I feel like the products are very squished, but the plants look lovely. I loved how they looked. They look great. And yeah, this is definitely going to be one for the books. I was so excited to have unicorns with me. Overall, yeah, I've said this multiple times, but yeah, just very happy with how it turned out. Everything looks so full, so it was kind of like this little proud moment. And there's still a lot behind the booth as well that I ended up putting out. So yeah, it worked out just perfectly. Hi, it's me. It is Sunday morning. I was way too exhausted to finish Saturday. Anyway, I'm here to explain it now. So yesterday was a little slow. It was a little boring. It was a very long day. The first half was great. Wonderful. Like, I was still a little bored, but it wasn't bad. And then the last 3 hours was horrendous. And I just told my booth buddy I was going to go shopping because there was like just nobody around. I did end up buying a pitcher plant. It was like the only plant I really felt like I needed while it was there, that I could afford. Obviously, there's ones I wanted that I couldn't afford, because they have some really, really fun stuff there. I got to see like 4 of my wish list plants that I haven't seen in real life, only online. So that was super fun, super exciting. Let's see what else happened. So pest spray, of course, bestseller. Everybody loves the pest spray, especially when you explain it's a dual product, that it cleans the leaves and gets rid of your bugs. Because, we worked really hard on that. Soil was a big thing, is like not a super big thing. Plants didn't do as well as I was hoping. I did bring all of them I physically could, even the ones that are slightly more expensive I don't expect to sell. Maybe that'll change today. Maybe it won't. It's fine. I feel like just pest spray was a big thing that people were coming in and getting. The Pink Princesses did well, of course. They always do well. People love a good Pink Princess. I was about $100 short of what I was hoping to minimum make tomorrow. But here's why. So we were in this little greenhouse that they put us aside, away from the elements. So we were still kind of inside. But it's where their pre-orders normally get picked up. So people were reading the pre-order sign before, the giant sign that says vendors, because it was very organized. It was very well placed and everything. But people were, for some reason, only seeing the pickup order sign instead of the vendors sign. So we talked to the owner, and she was like, we know what's going on. We're going to be moving the pickup so it's not as noticeable. And the vendors will shine more because she wants us to make money. She wants us to do well. They're such sweet people that run it. So she is working that out for us before we get there today. Fast forward to today. I only took the rare plants home that were expensive since it was a greenhouse. I didn't know how they would do. I left everything there though. I left it all set up, but I just brought home, what I needed to bring home. I accidentally slept through my alarm this morning, in true Emma fashion. But today, the sales don't start till 10 and go till 4 versus yesterday was 9 to 5. Yeah, but first, we're going to get there. I'm going to restock everything, show you what's going on there. I didn't have to make any new product. I did fit it all in the car the first time. My original plan was going to be keeping some home and then grabbing it. But thankfully, when I was loading the car, I noticed it was all going to fit. So I just packed it accordingly. So yeah, I think that's it. I had my coffee this morning. I haven't eaten today, but I did pack 2 bagels because that's very important. I'm running off of bagels lately. And apparently there's rumors of a Mexican food truck coming. So maybe I can get some tacos for lunch. That sounds real nice.
$9.45. Yeah, so this is my tropical fern mix, and we put the soilless chunky. This is obviously not soilless chunky, and I wondered why I was going through so many of those labels, and that's because I mislabeled quite a few of them. Thankfully, these labels are easy enough just for me to gently take off. Maybe. Oh. Okay, we're only changing one. Sadly, the heat did get to the label, and some of the glue adhered more than I was hoping. So I can't reuse this with sticks. It'll be fine. We'll just have one extra, and we'll relabel the others another day. I was gonna do all three, but that's not gonna work out. We'll just take one new one and cover up the residue that it left. So we are here, we are rested, we slept in this morning, it was great. So I'm here to update you everything that happened. So the wildest thing happened. So it was kind of slow a little bit, but Sunday was so wonderful. Like, it was so busy. I had record sales day, it was great. Moving their pre-order station, so the vendors reviewed first, was a game changer. So many more people came in. I got a yap with so many people. It was just wonderful, honestly. I had one lady, this was one order, got my variegated silver sword, my Princess of Orange, a variegated jade satin, pots, and some spray or some other product. I don't quite remember. It was a $200 transaction. So of course that made my day. 100%. She was so sweet. She came back later to like tell me thank you, because I don't know, I gotta like tell her about like the origin story and like how all this started, and here I am today, you know? And she was like so sweet, and generally my favorite customer of the day. So that made my entire day, and the fact that I got to sell like the unicorns that I don't have in the shop very often all to one person is crazy to me. Like, looking at it now, I did just sell more of the rare plants, and that's what helped with the record sales versus like actually selling a large quantity of things. So it worked out quite well. I sold about 5 bags of dirt in total, which isn't a whole lot, but again, it evened out. Let's see, there was like 10 bottles of pest prevention spray, 7 fungus gnat treatments, only 1 plant food, which is so random and wild to me. Let's see, I sold a total of 23 plants. Yeah, 23 plants in total. About 7 of those were minis. The rest were the standard 4-inch pots that I have, or, you know, rare 3 inches that I consider a 4-inch when doing inventory. But now it is time for a haul. Obviously, I went shopping. I already explained on day 1 I got a pitcher plant, and here she is in all of her glory. I went through every single one of them and got the biggest ones. Like, I mean, look at that. Like, compared to my hand, these are massive, and the leaves are a lot bigger than my head. This was, I want to say this was my top find because I'm so proud of it, but there is other finds that I found.
So I did not plan on going shopping again. I really did not plan on it. But then I found I had a $10 gift certificate from last time I was there from the loyalty program. And I saw a lady walking around with this plant, but you know, another one. This is the Scindapsus Mount Saliac, or Salic, however it's pronounced. This has been on my wish list for forever. It kind of reminds me of like the Exotica and Tattoo Had a Baby. I don't really know the origin behind it, but I saw the lady walking around with it, and I walked up. I'm not like this, but I walked up and I was like, can I check the ID of this plant? Like, if it is what it is. And it was a very, very good price. So I told my booth buddy, I'm like, hey, I'm sorry, I have to go get that before I forget anything else. So I waited till down period. So I waited for a down period, and I went and got it and used my gift card. But this wasn't the only thing I found when I went shopping. I found a second plant, and that is this perfect spiral cactus. When I've wanted one for ages. It's just in a little pot. I put it in this terracotta pot. But anyway, I've wanted one for ages, but I hate when they're like slightly imperfect. So I did want to order one online. Plus they're really expensive online. I wanted to like pick mine out. I didn't know they had so many, and it was a really nice price for this size. Yeah, but she's like, do you want this terracotta pot? Someone just like left it at the donation thing. You might as well take it because this is gonna need a repot soon. I was like, yeah, I did wonder about that. So, yeah, she gave me this free terracotta pot with it, which it's loose because the pot's just sitting in there. But yeah, I need to repot this. But isn't it so pretty? Just so perfect. Oh, so that was the haul. And then I have another $10 gift card to use next time I go because, you know, we're part of the loyalty program. So yeah, that was the haul. I was super excited, but I did buy things from vendors as well, not just from the Groovy Plant Ranch. There was this baker there. I got so many things from her. I got a pumpkin sourdough loaf. It's regular sourdough, but it looked like a pumpkin. It had like this little pretzel stem. It was so cute. I sadly don't have a video. I got a preserved butterfly. I'm not a bug person, but this butterfly was so cute, and I have it up in my little collage up here. I'll show you in a second. This is so dumb, but I don't care. I did a little trade of this little cute matches thing with like the strike thing on the bottom. I did a little trade for that one. It's kind of dumb, but I love it. And then at the end, oh, and then I got from the same baker these chocolate cupcakes. They were the best cupcakes I've ever had. And I've had some really good cupcakes in my time, so they were adorable too, because they had like these little succulents on them with the frosting. So it was on theme. It was so cute. The day 2, she also made loaves to look like a monstera leaf, which was so cute in my opinion, because obviously I had quite enough bread. And then she had some leftovers, so she gave me some focaccia at the end of the night, which I will never turn down focaccia. It was so good. So good. Let me show you the butterfly real quick. I put it up here at this little gallery I have, like right above where my tiny greenhouse is. I mean, look at that. Isn't that so cute? So final notes. Was it worth leaving at 5:30 in the morning for on Saturday morning? Absolutely. Was it worth driving it all again the next day? Absolutely. I will 100% be doing events there again. They just organize it so well. And other than the little misunderstanding, it was a wonderful market. And I got to talk with everybody else, and they told me like their experiences and like how well they've done it in the past at different other markets that they do there, and I'm 100% doing it again. I talked to this one lady, and she taught me about rare plant purges that they do like on a once-a-month basis, just like I do my first Fridays and first Thursdays in Columbus, specifically just for plant vendors, and they do it all year long, except for they take a break in January. So I'm thinking I might do one this winter just to do it, because I'm sure I'm going to be missing markets, you know, with the market season being over. And then maybe doing the early ones like March, April, May, possibly. So yeah, that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for coming with me. And I had an absolutely lovely weekend. So I hope you have an absolutely lovely week as well. So please like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know anything you would like to see as well. Anything you want to see about the day in, day out of this chaotic plant shop, let me know. And I hope you have a lovely day. Bye.